How do you know when you're being manipulated versus just changing your mind? I'm going to read one page out of this book's chapter on manipulation. I wrote this book. The manipulation chapter starts on page 278. I'm going to read page 310. Am I being manipulated or just changing my mind? This question can keep people stuck. Healthy influence exists, but what does it look like? People change each other's minds through good arguments, new information, and genuine care. That's not manipulation. Here are some questions that can help you tell the difference. What does this person stand to gain if I agree with them? If the answer is they gain control, compliance, my silence, my money, my labor, that's different from they gain nothing except sharing a perspective they think is helpful. Am I feeling pressured to decide right now? Manipulation often creates false urgency. Genuine influence gives you room to think. Did I walk in with a clear position that I'm suddenly abandoning? If so, what changed? New information that makes sense on its own, or emotional pressure that made holding your position feel too costly? Do I feel confused in a way that doesn't match the simplicity of the situation? If a straightforward conversation leaves you foggy, disoriented, or unsure of what just happened, that confusion may be a signal. How do I feel in my body? Tight, braced, heavy, nauseated, or open, curious, and honestly reconsidering? One thing worth holding: positive body sensations aren't always a reliable signal on their own. The early stages of manipulative relationships can feel physically wonderful, energizing, settling, like finally exhaling. The question isn't only how you feel right now, it's whether this feeling has been consistent over time or whether it cycles with something very different. Next question: is there a pattern? Changing your mind once after a persuasive conversation is normal. Finding that you always end up agreeing with this specific person, that your positions always dissolve around them, and that you always leave feeling smaller, that's worth examining. And then the last question: does this person accept no gracefully? Someone who respects your autonomy can hear disagreement without punishing you for it. If saying no has consequences, whether overt, anger, withdrawal, retaliation, or subtle, guilt trips, silent treatment, being painted as difficult, the relationship may not be one where you're free to actually hold your own position. That is just one part of my chapter on manipulation in my book, Navigating Complex Trauma and What It Does to You. It's on Kindle Unlimited, it's on Kindle, and is on Amazon, and this is how thick this book is.